everyone, it's Kathy Zilski. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share some fun cards featuring some Thermoweb foils and their transfer gel. I recently ingested a lot of Jennifer McGuire videos because she is inspiring and awesome, and she made me believe that I could use these products as well. So I created a few cards using a basic technique that I will share today in the video, and I hope it inspires you to play with this cool product because you can stencil anything. All right, let's take a look at the products I'm using today. I've got my stencil ready here and a word and shadow die, both from Simon Says Stamp. But the star of this project today is the Deco foil. This is the Rainbow Shattered Glass and the Deco Foil Transfer Gel. They are designed to work together and they are magical. I've also got my palette knife and the Scor-Pal, a great tool, also from Thermoweb. I'm going to be using those, and I've got some PIXIE spray as well. This is a light tack adhesive, which I'm going to use to keep my stencil on my paper. Speaking of paper, I've got some toner paper, and this stuff is pretty cool because anything you can cut out, you can foil. I've got Neenah Solar White Classic Crest that I'm going to be doing my stenciling on, but first the PIXIE spray. I'm going to spray it lightly all over the stencil, and I'm going to do that off camera just so that the spray doesn't go up into my camera. And I'm going to press it down. It is a light tack, but it holds it in place. So when you start applying your mediums, and here it's the Deco Foil Transfer Gel, it's going to stay flat to your paper and really helps to get this nice even coating. So all I'm doing here is adding the gel over the stencil on my paper. I like to, well, potch it down. I know it's not really a word, but my daughter invented it when she was about 8. Potch means just gently press down into something. So I'm potching it down, filling all the holes there, which are hearts, they're not just holes. And once I get a nice coating, I'm going to take that Scor-Pal and just go, just like that. Scrape it off, put that gel back in the container. It's real easy to do. And then scrape again. Even pressure, and it removes all of the excess gel. And when I lift up my stencil, you will see the beautiful pattern left below. And I'm going to set this aside to completely dry. Well, that's not actually, I'm going to dry it, but I'm going to show you one I already did. So it dries clear. You can't see it there, but you can see it when you tilt it towards the light. The PIXIE spray actually lasts through a few applications. So someone asked me how I store it. I take a piece of parchment paper that I cut, just put the stencil on it. It's not going to stick, but what it will do is when you slip it back into your pocket, it won't stick to the paper or the plastic, so you can reuse it. Now, this stuff, beautiful. The thing that's kind of cool is when you take them all out, you actually get a few different rainbow patterns based on where Thermoweb cut it as they were packaging this stuff up. And so I've picked a pattern sheet that I really like, and I'm going to line it up right over my piece that I've also trimmed down a little bit. And I'm going to just cut it, just like that, get it ready, place it in my parchment holder. Now, I created my own parchment holder with literally my Costco kitchen parchment, and then I stuck a piece of cardstock in there. But while that's running through my laminator, I'm going to die cut the I Love You. And my laminator is a pretty heavy duty one, but I did let it heat up for about 25 minutes, and I ran this through twice. So here goes the peel and reveal. When you take that foil off, it adheres to the transfer gel. And again, I usually steer away from gel mediums and things like that, but I think that is just cool. Next, I'm going to cut a piece of foil to make sure it lines up with the already foiled piece, and I'm going to put that over the die-cut toner paper. And when I run this through, that toner paper will melt and adhere the foil. While that is going through, I'm going to cut a shadow layer and a few extra I Love Yous out of some Neenah Solar White so that I can add some dimension to the sentiment. I ran that through twice as well. And when you take it out, you will see you have now foiled that black toner paper. Now here's the thing, as I was taking it off, maybe I had handled the die cuts too much before going on to film this, but there were a few areas that didn't adhere. And if you have that happen when you're working on some little delicate foiled piece, you can just cut out a few more tiny pieces of foil using, about the same color. Put that in, and then again, run it through the machine to try to get that part of the toner black area to take the foil. And it actually did improve. I thought that looked a lot better. Just a little tip. Now I'm going to use some Connect glue here for the next step. I've already glued together the 2 extra layers of the I Love You in white because I want these to be the base of the shiny foiled letters. So I'm just using Connect glue, adding a few little dots and lining it up. The shiny piece goes on top, and I will get that lined up and pressed together. So I've got a bit of shine backed with 2 layers of white cardstock for some dimension. And I'll go ahead and do the rest off camera because I find it tedious to do this. It takes me forever. Just know, I don't do this fast. I'm only speeding it up and jumping ahead in the sake of your valuable time, but it takes me forever to do this. But once those are done, I'm adding them to the shadow layer. And I just think the whole die cut with the shadow layers and the type, it's my favorite thing in card making right now. I think that looks great. Now I'm going to cut a panel from the foiled heart piece, just lining it up so that it looks right, if you will. And then I'm going to figure out where the rainbow of I Love You lines up on this project and then cut a heart out. Now, super simple. If you get foil where you don't want it, you can scrape it off. And I thought my cut looked a little odd in 2 places, so I went ahead and scraped it off. And then I just added foam tape to the back of this piece and lined it up on a white card base. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 tall. I added foam tape to the back of my sentiment and put that right in. And you can see how it picks up the line of the rainbow going down, right? The pink and the orange. I think it's so fun. I pulled out a set of sequins and found the matching colors to the best of my ability and went ahead and glued them down. I am very slow also with the sequin. I'm going to show you one, but this is how I do sequins. But when it's finished, I think that's really a fun, shiny, sweet card. Now I'm going to show you the other one that I made. This one uses a completely different piece of the rainbow shattered glass foil, but I decided to do just a heart overlay with vellum. And then I pulled out the gold shattered glass foil for the 3rd card. Those are my finished card projects. I encourage you to check out using the Thermoweb Transfer Gel. It's just a really cool medium. And I'm also going to link below to Jennifer McGuire's video because she just had so many great ideas for making your own stencils. And here is that 3rd card. Again, that's the shattered gold foil. I just think it's beautiful. Anyway, all supplies will be listed below. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't want to miss a video from me, hit the little bell icon up top and it'll notify you every time I've got something new. Thanks for watching and have a great day.